Everybody, welcome to casterscorner.com. I'm your host Khalil here for another Caster's Corner, another toy of the day here on our YouTube channel. And so happy that you guys have come back. We've got a lot of new subscribers. So happy that you guys are aboard. We really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button down below. There's a little logo somewhere, either like, I don't know. It's there or wherever. You can also follow us. We are at Caster's Corner on all social media. You can check out the Cornercast podcast every Monday night for a new addition to the podcast. This week is going to be part 2 of our trip to Long Island with Jesse and DJ. So happy to have been able to do that. So excited to let you guys hear that. So it's coming up later tonight. So this week, God, tonight, Daily Toy of the Day, we are in the 250s. We are getting there. And so I got this figure a couple weeks ago, and the new Snake Eyes. And honestly, the only reason I haven't done the review of it is it was the first thing I opened a couple weeks ago when that whole rush of figures came in. And he ended up at the bottom of the box because he was the first one I opened. And in resorting the box and organizing, I realized, I haven't done Snake Eyes in Timber. And regardless of DJ's constant reminders that I haven't done this yet. So we're going to take a look at Snake Eyes and Timber here. So Snake Eyes is the one character in Joe, along with, I think Cobra Commander can be considered that. I did get one thing. I think Cobra Commander can be considered the same way too. We've seen, and Roadblock, have seen these characters done over and over again. Optimus Prime gets done over and over again. Megatron gets done over and over again. He-Man gets done over and over again. These really big name characters within the universes that they inhabit. Spider-Man, Iron Man, characters like this, you are going to get refreshes of them consistently throughout the line. Maybe new looks, maybe updated articulation, a number of different reasons why you're going to get extra versions of characters like this over and over again. I don't know if Snake Eyes was originally supposed to be the kind of face of G.I. Joe, but he has become that. And so much so that the original first version in Classified was this, with the silver visor and the more different deco on him, followed up with Wave 1's all black commando kind of ninja look for him. He comes with the sword and backpack and everything. And then finally followed up with this one. Now, of all the G.I. Joe Classified, I think they have really nailed Snake Eyes from the beginning. I knew we were going to get a commando version with the visor versus, with the goggles versus the visor here. So for me, the more iconic look is the visor look, for sure. Unfortunately, the neck pegs on these don't match. So you can't mix and match these. The neck pegs on the older ones are much larger than the newer ones. So they kind of just become bobbleheads when they go on to these. And I can probably show you. You can see that there's I don't know if you can tell from here, but there's definitely a difference between this one and this one. And so when you put the visored version on this one, it just kind of spins. It doesn't actually sit on the head. There's no way to keep it. It just kind of will literally just fall off because of the different sizes. So there's no way to swap them unless you're going to do some work with some Sculpey and stuff like that. That's okay, in my opinion. I'm okay with that. The commando look here with the goggles and everything, he comes fully loaded. Now, one of the things that they have said is they have worked really hard to make sure that everything that they send their Joes with, or their characters with, in the line, they can carry their gear. So he comes with a giant hunting knife, which does fit on his belt, or on his leg right there. He comes with a pistol with silencer. Both also fit on holsters. Okay, so great, right? We got those. Close-up pictures are on casterscorner.com. If you want to know how to spell it, it's right there. He comes with what looks like kind of like a machine gun Uzi, I guess. I don't know. which is a cool one. He also comes with another one. This one does have a removable clip, which is a nice addition for a deluxe figure when you're paying like $40 for it. So he can hold this one. And then he comes with another with a longer clip, which again is removable, which is again a nice touch. But if you count them, we've got 1, 2. He can hold those 2. He has no place for this. Now, I understand that for for the aesthetics, they didn't want to add a peg that he can put it into his back with. I completely appreciate that, and I'm glad there is no extra peg on here to be able to do that. An extra holster on the back somewhere, something to tack onto, something would have been a nice addition. That's my only criticism. I think he's well articulated. I think he's really well sculpted. He uses parts from other Joes like Beachhead. And I think it's a really nice addition to the line. I think this is one of the more classic versions. I think if you go back and watch our Roadblock video, you'll see like classic versions like this is what we've wanted since the beginning. But my only complaint is there's nowhere to store the extra gun. Okay. But he comes with Timber. Now you get 2 portraits with Timber. You get Happy or Neutral, and then you get Growling and Fierce. Timber is a great character. When the line first came out, I went and bought one of these non-posable versions, but you can see the size difference there. Like, that's huge. This is like baby Timber. It's like adult Timber. I'm so happy they gave us this one. They articulated his tail, so you get some good movement there. The legs, they can pop out a little bit, so they've got room to kind of move out to give you a little more stability. They've got ones at the knees. They have one at the hock, and they have one at the ankle here. Same thing for the front. Elbows, hock, shoulder, articulation. They can go in and out. His neck is articulated as well as his head. So he can put his head down, or it can go up, and he can look straight up at him. There is just no words for the work that they have put into creating this figure. Now, they can get a reuse out of this body, for sure, with Law and Order, 100%. German Shepherd definitely would fit on this body, maybe a new head. Definitely a new head with bigger ears, longer snout. Just change it around. They don't need this whole fur area here. They can kind of cut back on that, I think, and do pretty well with him. They couldn't get away with this for Mutt and Junkyard. Junkyard being a Rottweiler. All the fur and sculpted details, if they put it in there, it would probably be one of the more inaccurate things they've ever done. But it's just showing that the articulation, even at the midsection here, to be able to flex it this way, all of these things add to the posability that is true to a dog or a wolf. Like, for example, the legs don't go backwards, they only go forward. The paws can go up, so he can give Snake Eyes a hug if he wants. He can stand on his back paws and stand up and give him a hug. If I can get the head in the right position. Or he can attack. So there are a number of different ways that this wolf here can really pet, best friend, whatever you want to call him. There are a number of different ways that this works. I think this is one of the best things they've produced in the line so far. And considering they've done 30 plus figures, I think, maybe 30. I think we're in the high 20s, early 30s with this one. I don't think we're at 40 yet, but we're up there. We're in the 30s. And so this might be the best thing they've produced so far. I'm a little biased. I have my little partner here that we've named our studio after. But like, this is one of the best things that we've seen. Normally, this is what we would get. A non-posable, pre-posed figure. Great sculpting, but like, there's not much you can do with it. The chances to do things with this, photography, posing, setting up dioramas, things like that. Thank you, Lenny and team, for sure. I mean, this is one of the best things you guys have produced. And we saw this in June, I want to say, early, right? And we got it already. I think the turnaround for this from release to reveal to release has been great too. So you can pick this up at your favorite retailer. A lot of them are getting him now. Probably more in the future. You're going to see this. He kind of hasn't hit wide yet. Haven't seen him at major retailers yet. But the other thing is he definitely does have the open plugs there. So if you have... I don't have one around me. If you have any of the smoke or burst things from Marvel Legends, they will fit into the gun turrets there, or into the barrels there. So you can do some fun little posing with fired bullets and smoke coming off of them for sure. So you can check out a full gallery with paw prints. I didn't get the paw prints in the close-ups, but he has paw prints. You can check out a full gallery of Snake Eyes and Timber on casterscorner.com. You can follow us. We are at Casters Corner on all social media. You can check out the Cornercast podcast up on Apple Podcasts every Monday night. And remember to hit the subscribe button if you want your shirt of your own. The link's down below. We really appreciate the support. So there you go. Snake Eyes and Timber. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow night here. Oh, hit the subscribe button. The more of you subscribe, the more cool things we get to do, and then we get to share them with you. So we'll see you tomorrow for another toy of the day here on casterscorner.com. Have a good night, everybody.